bags are packed, are you ready to go? This time tomorrow we'll be on the road, riding with you in the sunnier days. I wouldn't want it any other way.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Children of Éarte. We're so excited to have you. I will immediately kick it over to Adam. You know the drill.
Maybe I should just say the hello, because I feel like no, everybody wants to hear from Deborah first. We're gonna keep things going, but we have incredible sponsors. First of all, Idle Champions of the Forgotten Realms. And you can grab an Electrum chest code with the code on the overlay or bouncing around in chat. We also have Die Hard Dice, who has supplied our cast with Verdict Verifiers.
Yes.
Verdict Verifiers. That one was pretty strong. I like that one for the V's there. Thanks again to Marcus Riedner for the alphabetical alliterative list that we have been going through for several episodes now, because we're getting to the end of the alphabet. So I'm excited. I'm excited about the X. The X is always fun when it comes to alphabetical things. So we're going to get to that next 2 weeks from now. So that means that we're going to have to wait until 2023. You're going to find out what the X is.
Cliffhanger.
That's cliffhanger.
That's going to be a lot of fun. That's the big cliffhanger.
And then we're going to need a whole new list.
Finally, you will hear the sounds of Sirenscape, because epic games require epic sound. I am Adam Bradford, the CDO at Demiplane. We have many things going on. A couple of things that happened today. First of all, if you love the World of Darkness, we have Hunter the Reckoning Nexus that is now available in early access today, so you can pick up the core rulebook and check that out. Lots and lots of fun with that one. Love how that one came out. So check that out. And then we also have some email communications going out, because we're getting very, very close to the Pathfinder Nexus character builder and digital character sheet closed alpha. So you can check out Demiplane's social media to see how you can sign up to show that you're interested in possibly getting into that closed alpha a little bit, really soon. Hopefully next week, but within the next couple of weeks for sure, that closed alpha is going to start. Tonight, I am playing Silas Sorrell, your I forget what the thing is, like a friendly neighborhood, dimensionally displaced magical super friend.
Something. Hey everyone, I'm Alicia Marie. You can find me everywhere on the interwebs at Alicia Marie Body. I'm a creative artist and costumer, and I'm really relaxed right now because we are so removed from October that I can't believe it. I'm just happy. Tonight, I am playing Fairuza Armstrong, attorney and zombie killer.
At law. Hi, I am Jen Kretchmer. You can find me on the various interweb places as at DreamWisp, and streaming on Twitch as DreamWisp Jen. Tonight, I am playing your friendly neighborhood troublemaker, Maeve Morgan Flynn.
Hi, everyone. I'm Lauren Urban. I'm the content coordinator over at Idle Champions of the Forgotten Realms. You can find me on the interwebs as Obo Lauren. You can find me here tonight playing Carolyn Neb Stern, who is all about being a zombie killer. This is fun.
It's me. Hi. I am so out of it today, which is not good because I'm surrounded by zombies, I think, if I remember correctly.
Oh, yeah.
Hi, I'm Hope LaVelle. Did I already say that? I don't know. And I am playing Miss Robin Beckett, who, like I said, is in a predicament. We'll see how this goes.
And I am Deborah Ann Woll. I am your storyteller for this evening. Thank you, players, Josh, everyone at home, for being here today for the 29th chapter of Children of Éarte. We are moving right through these. from last week, we will remember, yes, there was a fight with a ice zombie creature in the alleyway outside of the general store. However, Robin had snuck in ahead of the team, come around towards the front, and stumbled over a pair of feet. Now, you didn't roll or run or anything, so I wanted to clarify, you're not prone, you're not on the ground, but you have awakened this being, which has now sat up, turned to look at you, and we're in initiative. So let's jump right in here.
Okay.
Initiative from everybody. We'll see what you hear from her.
My die-hard dice. Okay. So much rolling.
There's not even any quips. We're all just like, we're right here into zombie
All
killing
right.
and just
Listening.
Yeah.
Let's just go start with Robin. Where are you, Robin?
19.
A 19. Pretty darn good. What is here? Okay. Silas.
23.
23 for Silas. Liking that roll. Neb.
I got a 15 and I thought I did good.
15 for Neb. Fairuza.
I have an 8.
8 for Fairuza. And Maeve.
I am also an 8.
All right. Well,
Twins.
you guys can duke it out.
I'm a 12 dex plus 1 dex. Sorry. Whoops. What's your dex?
My dex is +3.
Okay, so Maeve first, followed by Fairuza. Okay, because nothing has happened yet for all of you outside, we're going to start with Robin in the initiative order. So Silas, unfortunately, that will bring you around back up to the top there. What we can do, if you would like, is say that not knowing that anything is wrong yet, is there something you'd like to do, while you're recovering from these shards, because you all destroyed one, and then I think Fairuza and Silas, you got sort of splattered with these shards again. There was a quick pain in your chest, Silas, but you're fine.
Yeah. I am. So, what does Silas see with Robin right now?
Nothing. Robin is. You guys are still out in the alleyway. Robin went inside. You have
Okay.
not seen or heard from her.
She is inside.
She's
and
inside.
went
You
in
saw
without
her
us.
go
Okay,
in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Silas is definitely going to, go up to the doorway and see what he sees.
Yeah, as you poke your head in, you see what Robin saw, which is a lot of paper goods and packaging. Some of it fake, some of it real. Behind the stuff isn't as real. As you look up and down, you don't see any figures or anything right in this particular aisle. But it is another 15-20 feet towards the front of the store.
Okay. Silas is just going to say, Robin, are you in here? And he's going to, walk in and actively look for where Robin is.
Okay, great. So as you start to head towards the front and you turn and look around the corner, you see Robin standing, having sort of stumbled, and watch the head of this thing, bolt straight upward and turn towards her a mere 3 feet from where she stands. And we will come back around to you,
right.
but you're there.
Yeah.
Robin, you're up first. After him.
Robin stumbles, and as she does, she disappears. And she reappears back by Silas. Oh, we have something to do here. And she's going to pick up a lighter. I'm assuming maybe there's a stand of lighters or something.
A stand of lighters?
Sure.
I mean, let me think.
And she's just gonna throw whatever is closest to her.
Okay.
Mhm.
Does that have to be ignitable?
Yes. And
You want it
she's
to
just
be
gonna,
ignitable. Okay.
I want it to ignite. And she's just gonna, yes.
Well, I'm gonna think about what could that be? What could we take that feels old timey?
Matches? Or
Matches.
Flint?
Lantern.
Super
A little
old.
oil
Say a little oil
stove.
lantern. That's
Yeah.
a great.
Little
It's like a
oil
little
lamp,
oil
yeah.
lantern.
Yeah.
Off the side, you can just pick up. You can shake it, and here there's just a couple of drops in there, but you can throw
Okay.
that if you'd like.
Perfect.
Great.
Pick up this lantern and it just lights it with a fire and just toss it right at them.
All right, go for it. Give me a ranged attack. It's about 10, 15 feet from you.
22.
22
roll a
will
crit
hit,
tonight.
please.
Give me something.
Um,
Oh, yes, max damage. 10 fire damage.
10 fire damage.
I'm just rolling.
Holy
great
crud. All right. You throw this thing, it lobs. It's a beautiful high arc through the air as it lands right at the feet of this thing and just oil, whatever's left in there, splashes up on top of this thing. It is immediately engulfed in flames as it struggles to its feet, now beginning to stagger towards you on fire. Anything else, Robin?
Silas, Silas, how did I get back here? What just happened?
And basically, like as this is happening, it's almost a delayed reaction from
Yes.
Silas at this point. But he kind of realizes finally what's going on, and Robin's here, things on fire, and he just kind of like throws his hand at him. He's like, "Goo!" and he like knocks his hat off, and he almost stumbles backwards himself.
Okay. As Silas stumbles back, knocking his hat off, the creature stumbles forward. Robin, it's not super fast, but it is kind of jerky, with a little bit of speed to it as it almost tumbles directly on top of you. That is a critical hit.
So Silas, as a reaction,
Yes.
is going to basically like kind of recover
I
just
love when
slightly.
that happens first. I'm so sorry. Keep going.
and he's just going to say, oh no, you don't hurt Miss Robin, and I'm going to use silvery barbs.
Okay.
Yes.
Tell me what happens.
You have to re-roll that.
I have to re-roll it.
Yes.
Arr, here it goes. Darn you. Oh, it's not as good. 13.
It hits.
It does still hit. Okay. I'm putting one dice down.
At
but
least
that's
it was
fine.
not a crit.
It's not a crit.
Thank you. Thank you.
Oh, and I rolled poorly there. 2 bludgeoning damage. However, he's on fire.
Mm-hmm.
He's on fire.
Also, just really quick, with this
Yes.
barb, Robin is going to now have advantage on the next attack roll, ability check, or saving throw you make within the next minute.
Fantastic. So 2 bludgeoning damage, but 3 fire damage as this blazing creature just almost knocks into you, falling forward into your arms. You feel the burning and the warmth around on all of your clothes as you take the hit and lose a little bit of your breath. That is its turn. Neb, outside. You probably hear Robin and Silas making some noise.
Screaming.
What would you like to do?
What is going on in there? And I'll follow on in.
Rush on in? All right.
Yeah, I mean, she's gonna rush everywhere, so why not?
Gotcha. As you come in and look down towards the front where you think this noise is coming from, you see Silas has staggered back a little bit and is shouting something at Robin, who gets slammed in the face by a creature on fire. What would you like to do?
First off, there's this moment where Neb's like, that's awesome and scary. Can I get up next to them so that like the creature is
Yes.
there? All right. Then I'm gonna run up, and the last thing that Neb heard was Silas saying, "You don't hurt Miss Robin," and she's gonna run up and say, "Nope, nobody hurts Miss Robin," and she's gonna scream at this thing.
Uh-huh.
And I needed to make a Constitution saving throw DC 13.
13. It's a 16.
Okay, so it's still gonna take some damage, but it doesn't get pushed.
Okay.
Shoot. I tried. It's gonna take 2 thunder damage.
Thunder damage. Okay.
Yeah, as I yell really loud at it. And I'll look.
The cans and jars on the shelves rattle a little bit.
I'll look back at the 2 of them and go, "Is that the only one?"
I hope so.
At the moment.
We need to get away from it before it explodes. And that's the end of my turn.
Okay. Maeve, you're up next.
All right. First thing I'd like to know is, how far away is Silas's hat?
I mean, it's the same distance to the group. So, within 30 feet.
All right. First, no. Just no. Just no.
Go ahead, make your attack.
All right.
as you step in, after Neb, I'm doing a little sort of slide on the linoleum or whatever's on the, I guess it's wood, on the wood here, the dusty wood, seeing the scene in front of you.
I see a flaming corpse coming toward me, shambling towards me, trying to hug my friends.
Yes.
No. And that sort of the snow on the ground sort of billows as the force rushes towards it and potentially impacts. It's a dirty 20.
Dirty 20 will hit.
Yeah.
Give it some damage.
It's 9 points of force damage.
9 force.
And
Okay.
then I would like to run in, seeing Silas without the hat, grab the hat off the ground and get it out of the way so that he doesn't accidentally get it set on fire.
Okay. Are you trying to be stealthy or quick? Or
No.
anything about
This is
just grabbing it?
protect the hat. I know how possessive he is of it.
Okay,
and I'm
great.
making
Then
sure that,
just a
or
sleight
I
of
can
hand.
hand it back to Silas first. I'll offer
Yeah,
it back
just
to
a
him
sleight of
first.
hand to see if within the scuffle you're able to grab
Okay.
it, please.
And I'm happy to use my bonus action for that if I need to.
Yeah, we'll go with
So 23.
that. Easy.
22.
Yeah.
22.
You slide in on the dust, shoot this, bolt of energy towards the creature, sprint forward, sliding on the ground as you scoop up the hat into your hands. You can give it back to him, you can keep it, whatever.
I look at him.
Yeah.
And
Silas,
how
are
does
you
Silas-
aware or interested in it?
I felt like I couldn't speak for just one moment. It's like the universe was conspiring.
That's what
against
happens
me.
when zombies on fire start running at you. It's a
That's
natural-
what happens when it's a severe thunderstorm around you, and you don't want everyone to hear thunder over and over. Silas is just like, oh, thanks, and he just kind of picks it up, and he's going to quickly just tuck it into his bag.
I'm going to raise an eyebrow and then move back out of the way and sort
Okay.
of behind some cover.
Being
That's-
having come that close to Silas, let's see. I won't make you do ops. I think you stayed behind the party, so we'll say you're good to scoot back out. Fairuza.
Okay. So Fairuza is behind. I don't know, for some reason she's behind everybody. Maybe she, you know what? Silas, rushed ahead because he saw Robin go. Fairuza's still sort of entranced by how horrible this supposed vacation location is. And she's sort of like, why would they design why would they design a place this is horrible? Like everything just looks really dark.
You
and
don't like
grimy.
my
and
museum?
decrepit. Like, what is this? She's still sort of entranced by that. And then she noticed she's by herself. And she's like, oh, whatever. Then she runs out. So my question is there a door? A door that's open or a door that's
there's the
open?
door literally right in front of you that's open that goes into the general store, which is where your friends are.
Okay.
Inside the general store, that you can go forward towards your friends or back towards the back of the general store. You didn't see any other doors when you guys scouted the exterior of this place.
Okay.
So as of right now, this is your only entrance.
This is the door. Okay, because her hackles are already up from what
Yeah.
just happened, I would like to say she's still raging.
Yes.
She's
Yes.
still sort of
It's been
raging.
less than a minute since you took out another monster. Yeah.
Exactly. And right as soon as her mind opens, she hears like the noise, whatever. And without realizing it, I guess she sort of casts thaumaturgy without realizing. And she says, "What in tarnation is going on now?" And it booms everywhere. Your voice.
As that happens, another voice echoes back towards you, suddenly booming through the whole space. Owned and operated by Charles Tibbet, and it continues to talk over the skirmish. You're just getting a word here and there as you feel it sort of, booming through this large space.
She was like surprised by her own voice. She's like, okay. And she's gonna storm through the door. If the door has hinges,
Yes.
she's gonna grab the door to like just move it out of the way because she's actually feels more like she feels bigger because she's raging. She's bigger now.
Yeah.
She's gonna grab the door and without meaning to, she rips it off the hinges and she's like, "What the?" And right then, if where are they? Can I see them at that point?
You can see them. They're about 20 feet away.
She's gonna charge with the door. and and she's just gonna say move, and you guys are gonna hear it echo, and she's just gonna literally if she can get close enough to swing, I'll swing. Otherwise, I'm throwing it.
Okay.
May I yell out to Fairuza?
What
As
did
a
I say?
reaction?
Yes, go ahead.
Use it as a shield. Stay behind it. You fools! We've learned they explode.
Did
Stay
she say,
back.
Did she say tarnation?
Okay.
Meanwhile,
It's a strange western
known
town.
as Lucky Chuck, he had a way of being in the right place. It's all still booming over you. as
So
this battle
unsettling.
is going
Something's going
down.
on in this place. I don't know what it is.
So first of all, I need a strength. We're gonna give it to you. But I'm gonna maybe do a check to see how much it holds you up. So you're gonna get the door off, but let's see how hard it is. So let's do a strength check.
Okay, let's do this. Ooh,
You're raging, so you can have your, your advantages and everything.
Okay, let's see. Strength, just a regular strength check.
Yeah, just a strength check or athletics. You can do this anyway.
Let's see. Oh, 15.
A
That was
15?
scary.
Okay, with the 15, you yank the thing off, but we're gonna call it. We'll call it your. I mean, you're already raging, so that's good. But we'll say like as part of your movement with that.
Okay.
So you can't continue to move into the room, but if you'd like to hurl it, I will allow that.
True. She has it, and she hears.
Now you
Maeve.
did hear Maeve, yeah.
Okay, so she's like, and she just chucks it because she's raging, and she'd like to do this recklessly because she's already kind of like
Great.
she's thrown off by the echoing and hearing Robin and Riley's sight lines.
Came to the site that would become Hope LaVelle, and it's just
Okay, so let me see where we are. Can
So
I use the mechanics of a hammer, maybe, or
Can you use it? Well, you have advantage because you're raging, because you're reckless.
Yep.
So it's just a ranged
or-
attack. Yeah.
Oh, that's true. That's true. It's ranged. Okay, so we'll do this. Oh, this one. Okay, and I guess I get.
You're not
ooh,
proficient with it, but
ooh, 21.
No!
Proficient with a door.
We
Someday
attack
they'll be-
doors. We don't usually attack with doors, but
Hey, improvised weapons are improvised weapons.
Improvised weapons or improvised weapons. With a 21, you will absolutely hit this thing. Let's go with like your standard D6. It's like it fell. It's like the door fell onto it. So
Okay.
20 feet, 2D6.
Okay. 4.
Some
Whoops.
logic behind
4.
it. 2 4, so 8. Okay. Just for funsies too. Okay.
Ooh, did I get +2? No, that's a. Never
You're
mind, that's
raging.
melee.
You're raging.
Yeah.
Oh, but it's
Okay.
melee. You're right.
Oh.
So, yes. So, boom, this thing hits, and I'm even gonna give this to you. It's gonna make a strength save to see if it can stand on its feet. It can. So as you throw this door, flies through the air. It goes past Silas, past Neb, past Robin, who's just been like head bonked by this creature, and it slams into the thing, which staggers back at the force of it, but is able to sort of keep hold on its feet. The door clattering to the ground next to it. Anything else, Fairuza?
That's all for me.
That's all for you.
Yes,
All
yes,
right. Back up to Silas. It is still there on fire in front of you.
Silas, at this point, you see just kind of gently floating out of his pack where he just placed the hat. You see the ring, and this time it begins to glow, but it's not glowing with green light. It's glowing with yellow light.
Okay.
And he just kind of walks up to the creature and says, I really wonder if you're alive, can you even experience fear? And then he is going to blast out from the ring. Basically, kind of like moves his hand, but then the ring blasts out a yellow ray of light. And that is going to be, that is a 22.
That'll hit.
And that is
They're just townsfolk.
7
Not wearing
points
armor.
of force damage.
7 points of force damage. Boy, oh boy. With that, this light flies out of your ring, like over the shoulder of Robin, who's standing there, still sort of patting out the flames that, engulfed her clothing. And it strikes this creature right in the head as it begins to sort of peel apart and melt with the pressure of that. I believe Silas, Neb, and Robin are all within 5 feet.
Mhm.
It explodes into tiny little shards of ice. I need dexterity saving throws from all 3 of you.
Oh,
Not again.
no. I got a nat 20.
All right, Robin.
Robin.
Maeve's
door.
outside with her arms crossed,
Back
saying,
that-
"I did warn you."
All right, Neb.
It's a 2.
Ooh.
Neb's
It's
got
like
a
a nat
2.
20. I'm just missing a 0.
Silas.
Silas also got a nat 20, and I would just
Okay.
like to ask: is there any possibility of Silas taking this for Neb, like literally stepping over, like sidestepping with the nat 20? Just thought I'd ask.
Dexterity, maybe, or
What about our powers
Yeah.
combined? 2 nat 20s.
I know. I'm
That's awesome.
that's true. 2 nat 20s. Yeah, let's say with a dexterity, to see if that's possible, if you have the speed to get in front of Neb and shield her.
Okay. What do I need to roll?
We're gonna do a dexterity, just a dexterity check.
Okay.
Neb had a 2.
I had a 2. Yeah.
I almost. What do I want to make this DC?
Silas is okay to entirely fail
Yes.
his in order for this to happen.
I mean,
If
Neb
that makes
is
any
not.
difference.
It's.
I'm just putting it out there.
I'm enjoying this bargaining. This is very exciting. This negotiation is fun for me. Okay, if you're, because the DC would be to see how quickly, if you're even able to get in front of her in time. Go ahead, give me the dexterity check.
Okay.
Let's see what you get.
Just flat dexterity check, no
Just a
proficiency.
flat dexterity.
No-
This is on instinct, not on skill.
Wait, something doesn't look right with that. My dexterity is way higher than it should be. Let me. Oh, I was looking at the saving throw. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
So no, that is a total of 15.
Okay. So a 15 is a success for this particular escape. I'm going to say this. You can take the brunt of it. She'll take some damage, but you will prevent the worst.
Anything further? Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
All
Here we go. Here's how I'm going to do this. Boom and boom. Executive decisions. Okay.
Yeah, now Robin and I are going to have to shield Silas at some point because I shielded
All
her
right.
and she shielded me.
I know. So Silas, that is 5 points of piercing damage, 4 cold damage.
Oof.
And that is still 3 damage, piercing damage to Neb.
2 turtle doves and a partridge in a pear.
Yes.
Ouch.
Silas, when you take this hit of these shards and these little pieces of ice and glass, and you're able to protect Neb, you maybe only feel it across your hands. I don't know why we keep injuring your hands. Just your forearms and your hands take a little bit of that, and you feel that a little bit, but are able to shake it off. Silas, as it hits you, again, there's this sharp pain in your heart that doubles you over. But it's gone almost as quickly as it came, as you sort of stand up and roll your shoulders back.
And Silas, looking at the husk there, just kind of under his breath, just the people closest to him can hear him say, "I don't know if you can experience it or not, but I guess you should have feared me." And then you see that he just drops the ring back into his bag telekinetically.
Okay. The room, there's still the dust, this ice dust now that's scattering on the ground around this place, but now the room is still filled with this booming voice from above as you look up and begin to see speakers in the corner, really old type of speakers, like the ones you'd see for announcements at a high school in 1985 or something like that. And as you do, you can tell it's on a loop. And as you look around again, now some of the figures, and there's quite a few people in this area. There's the general sound of like hubbub and the sound of cash registers, old timey cash registers being cha-chung, things like that, popping in and out. And you hear this voice. It's a male voice. It has that very comforting kind of Sam Elliott quality as it begins to intone.
I like
to
the
you.
way you talk.
That's right.
Yeah.
Owned and operated by Charles Tibbet, otherwise known as Lucky Chuck. He had a way of being in the right place at the right time. He came out to the site that would become Hope LaVelle to establish a trading post for fur trappers and travelers north when the mine was discovered and Chuck got lucky once again. He even managed to sell the store to a town dweller from down in Gravelhurst before the mine dried up, left just days before, took his money and his luck, which carried him all the way to the ripe old age of 103. Owned and operated by Charles Tabbitt, and it continues to loop for
And
you.
it's at this point that I'm
Would you
going to
mind-
say,
You have that to throw in chat for us?
I don't, it's not a handout. It's
Okay,
not
I just didn't know if it was.
seriously information you need to
I'm
know
sorry.
beyond
Who did he sell it to? He got lucky. He sold
a
it to
town dweller
in,
A town
from
dweller.
Gravelhurst, I think
from
it said. Yeah.
Gravelhurst. yes.
Grabbers.
As it repeats, I look over at Silas and go, well, they're not the only person that was in the right place at the right time. Thank you. You didn't have to do that. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. Don't worry about me. And Silas is
late.
barely paying attention to Neb and is
Mhm.
looking to see if he can see where that is playing from. I
Um,
got to
there's-
get this
There's
confounded noise.
one in the
to shut
corner
up.
right up here, another speaker in the corner there. There's a person at the checkout who's just doing, a cha-ching up, cha-ching.
So Silas is going to telekinetically, like
Yes.
in turn, go to
Yes.
wherever he thinks the noise might be coming out, and like try to untwist something or break it or whatever
Okay.
he can do to just get it to shut up.
Okay, we will say that that's possible, that telekinetically you can basically disable these speakers, but it's just going to take a minute.
Sure.
Because there's, two of them on either side. So it's going to take a minute, but you are telekinetically focused on making that happen. As this is going on, and there's two other animatronic women that are standing next to each other, and they're picking up an orange and looking at it and going down and picking it up. There is someone lying on the floor near their feet who stands up jerkily and begins to try and attack the animatronic there in front of them, just lashing out until they take it down to the ground, disappearing out of sight. You just hear as the thing, an animatronic arm goes flying, another one, a leg and a shoe seems to fly off in the other corner until it goes silent once again as Silas deactivates the speakers.
Not sure we're alone.
Oh, no, we're definitely not alone. No.
We should hightail it out of here. What do you guys think?
At least not get near whatever that was. Unless there's
mean,
something else in here we need.
If I was an evil mastermind hiding shards, I certainly wouldn't do it in a dump like this.
I'm afraid to talk, you guys. The last time I talked, it set off that loudspeaker.
And you said tarnation, and I'm really curious where you learned that word
We
from.
are the nation of tarnation.
But we don't have to worry about sound. Remember, they don't seem to respond to yelling or anything. We just can't get close to that one.
Right.
Well, gee golly willikers and gadzooks, we probably should get out of here then.
Yeah.
Maeve, who's
Alright.
still standing outside the door
Yeah.
looking at all of you. So, are we forgetting the plan of don't get close to them then?
It's less about
Will we
forgetting,
fight?
it's more about just in the moment what we
is
were
it-
doing.
I mean, it's also not that bad. I mean, have you ever? I used to work some fiberglass sometimes.
What?
I mean, that's the only effect. Like as long as you can avoid the blast, like the brunt of it, it's very minor pain. So I don't think the explosion is something we should worry about. I think we should worry about maybe staying away from them, just where we don't waste our time and find this shard.
Well, I agree with not getting near them. I don't agree with the it's not that much of not that much pain because you shielded me from most of it. And ow, that still hurt. But
Is there a map in there? Anything like that?
Give me an investigation check, please.
That's true. We should make sure.
I'm not in the room, so
That's
may
right.
I?
You don't know.
Rob,
You wanna
may
enter?
I assist in that? No, I'm not trusting that place at this point. Someone's got to keep a lookout.
I mean, if you wanna shout it in, someone else can do the investigation. check.
Yes, I'm calling it out to them from
If
outside. of
someone
the
else would
building.
like to look, they can.
I'll do it.
All right,
will do it.
Robin, investigation, please.
Let's see what we get. Oh, it's a 9.
It's a 9. You do see one of those rotating racks with like foldable maps and things, but none of it's like particularly anything you don't, have in your car back at Gravelhurst or wherever you parked before to get your flight. Just a bunch of Rand McNally's.
I think the only map is the one that gets us out of here. Let's go.
let's go.
Maeve, outside wherever there's a sign that says general store.
Yes.
It's also going to say she's writing on underneath in like a Sharpie, and zombies.
General store and zombies.
Corpses are us.
General zombies.
So the main general sign store is around the front where all of the zombies are. So you didn't go over there, but I'll give you that, like on the side, maybe it says, Lucky Chuck's General Store or something like that. And you can
I'm
write it
writing
underneath.
not so lucky.
So lucky.
Unlucky Chuck.
Unlucky.
and Silas, if he happens to come out when she's doing any of this, he's like, "Ooh, can I borrow the pen for just a second?"
Okay.
Can I,
Sure.
Maeve, please? All right, thank you. This is gonna make me very happy. And then he writes, "Don't dead open inside," like as big as he can, like on the side of the wood.
Okay, as you all exit and close the door behind you, you leave your
We can't close
warning.
the door because Fairuza threw
Well, that's
it.
right. Fairuza threw it. There
Right.
is no door. Nope. Oh, great. That's a wonderful news for a DM. Yay.
Also, kind of for players. I mean, how many times have we been stymied by doors?
I imagine like the saloon doors where on the Lucky Chuck sign. So that's in my head, Adam. Where
Okay.
like now we have
Perfect.
saloon don't dead die inside.
That's
Oh, my
amazing.
All right. So you are all back out in the alleyway where this all began. Where would you like to go now? So reminding you about the sort of layout of the town. You had been to the boarding house, which is the first house on the right side of town. General store was next. The third building on this side of town is the church. On the other side is the saloon, what you believe is the mayor's house, and then the bank.
And we'd have to go around and like through
Yes,
cemetery.
The cemetery is the furthest down. So you could go around and down through the cemetery. You could go back up towards the Hollowvale station to get around to the other side. Because yes, the main drag is littered with.
I mean, we can assume that this cemetery is full of this too, because the first time that we ran into one of these jokers was when it apparently crawled out of the grave right beside our train. So
Would it be ironic if we went through the cemetery and found no zombies?
Extremely.
I mean, possibly.
But either way, if we're thinking about just getting to the other side,
I
We
think
could
we
just-
should get to the mayor's house because, life
think
at the
that's
top. Well, yeah. I mean, people who design these kind of puzzles, like I've seen those Saw movies, and, all that, like those kind of people who think like this would put it in the mayor's house.
or if it's not there, there's probably a clue.
Yeah, I was watching this one episode this one time of Atlanta where basically a rapper died, but then he did a scavenger hunt before he died. And I'm genuinely beginning to wonder if this is kind of like that to some degree, that the person knew that they were going to meet their end and they just wanted to mess with some people like they're messing with us right now. But either way, we really need to get to this shard, and I definitely don't want to be caught out here at night.
Ah, good point. Good point.
Fairuza is sort of looking at Silas, and just out of nowhere, she says, I had a friend back in high school who had a pet tarantula, and
But Home Alone?
yeah,
Who does that?
but
Apparently, they're very sweet pets. I've heard. So
Maeve, yeah, this it was like a blue something tarantula, and she loved it. But she told me that.
Wait, did it have blue fur?
It had little blue
Like,
bluish
wait, do tarantulas
hair.
have fur?
And
Yeah.
Don't
Yeah.
get any ideas. Nah, don't get any ideas.
No, I absolutely don't have any idea of what you might be talking about. Absolutely not.
And this tarantula, okay, hear me out here. Whenever it got scared, and this is what they do, they throw hairs. And it's to irritate the skin of the thing. It doesn't kill, it just really irritates the skin of the thing it throws hairs at. I'm just wondering, and she's sort of looking at Silas, you got hit with like all of that and you don't feel anything?
So what, you
She's
think it was
looking at
like,
you like
you think it was like
tucking
tarantula
itching
hairs?
powder in her pocket is going, I knew I liked them for a reason.
I mean, like the thing is, magical healing. Don't forget that. So, like, if anybody needs looked after, Neb, I don't know if it got you a little bit, but like I can try to take a look if you need it. But I think we've already established that at some point, I kind of tap out, and I've got to restore the power in the well. I got to drink some Gatorade or whatever to get it back. So, the magical healing is probably what's making it fine. And if that's the case, that's fine. I'll be the person that goes in close to these things if we need somebody that goes in close.
Okay. I'm just wondering. It just feels so weird to get hit by pieces of a creature and have it do nothing.
Well, I mean, you got hit also, and you were fine.
But I mean,
Or
I'm
a
totally
potential
fine.
solution. Let's not. Stay back. Fight for
Well, I
me.
mean, Maeve, that sounds like a wonderful idea, but life doesn't always like fit into these pretty little boxes like that. Like sometimes you walk into a general store and you like almost trip, and then you fall onto some zombie feet. So like sometimes you get close to them without meaning.
And then you port yourself back far away from things.
Well, I mean, she
we didn't
kind
even
of did
ask.
that.
So we didn't even ask. Robin, are you okay? I mean, I only got hit a little bit, but you were also in the line of fire.
Yes, I used the door as a shield.
I'm glad
Maybe we should-
someone threw it then.
Door.
Maybe
Oh,
you're
yeah,
looking
that's
at our
right, that's
door
right,
with
that's
us.
right.
The edges of her jacket and everything are singed, and she's got a little shiner, working up on the side of her face and getting head butted. But she's fine.
Okay. And at that moment, you guys realize that Fairuza actually is carrying the head of one of those animatronic things, just randomly carrying it on her side, whatever, and she's paying no attention to it.
Are you planning on going bowling with that head? What's going on with that?
It gave me the creeps, and let me tell you something. I'm convinced this thing snarled at me specifically when I was standing in that room. So I
why
chopped
you-
its head off.
I mean that's fine. I just don't understand why you then bring the head with you.
Maybe it's a talisman. Maybe I can use it as protection. I don't know, but I was going to take that head.
Okay.
Do you think there's a bowling alley?
What?
Do you think there's a bowling alley somewhere? Why did you say bowling?
Well, no. Well, she was holding a round object, but rich people, I've heard that they have all sorts of stuff in their houses, like movie theaters,
So maybe
and
the
some have
mayor has a
bowling
bowling
alleys.
alley.
Maybe if we go over to the person who owns the big house on the other side, the mayor, whoever, maybe they've got a bowling alley.
19th century bowling alley. Yeah.
Yeah. It tracks. We should get there. Like, are we trying to go through the cemetery?
Is that so your plan is to right now go directly to the mayor's house? To the big mansion on the street?
What's in between that, Rick?
So, I mean, you had been working your way down the right side of the street, which
Yeah.
would be the beach next. But you can cut straight across the street if you think you can avoid the townsfolk. You can cut through the cemetery, or you can cut back around towards Gravelhurst Station, which is the long way around, but you could do it.
What time of day is it?
It's getting on there now.
No, we better hurry
Definitely
up.
like mid-afternoon.
All right.
That's pretty early.
Is there? I can't remember the description. Is there a fence around? Like, is the mayor's
There's a
house
broken
gated?
fence.
There's a
Oh.
broken fence around the cemetery.
cemetery.
The big house is not fenced. No.
Okay. All right.
Well, do we want to cut through the cemetery or go back the way we came?
Through the cemetery.
Sounds good.
Oh.
And Neb starts walking.
All right. As you're going around the back, you go behind the church. The church is lovely. It's got this beautiful stained glass, very simple cross in the cupola up at the top. Hey, you do see quite a few more townsfolk, sitting. One is leaning up against the side of the church. Another is around the side, sort of sitting in the garden at the edge there. As you come around to the cemetery, keeping your distance, the fence is very weathered, just falling down, very easy to get past into the cemetery. Now, it's not a huge cemetery. Definitely, sort of adjacent to the church. It would have been just locals here. No mausoleums or anything, just probably 24 going on 30 sort of simple stones.
I want to take a look at the headstones and see if there are any names that jump out at
Good
us.
idea.
Yeah, as give me an investigation check for that.
Can I help a little bit with that? Because I'm
Absolutely.
looking for like the telltale signs of a hand reaching out, just
That's
ready to go. So
Okay. So wait, what was your investigation then, Maeve?
It's already a 21.
Okay, and then what is your investigation your intelligence bonus?
+3.
+3, so we're at 24. So the two of you kind of walking around looking together. You see a lot of old-fashioned names. You might see a Warren, some names that are kind of familiar from some of the things you've heard about Hollowvale. But no names from the train or from your own pasts or anything like that. A lot of these stones are just very weathered. It's hard even to read many of them. Go
How
ahead.
about, is Charles Tibbet in there?
Charles Tibbet is not in there, no.
Okay.
Charles
Ooh.
So I'll say the main thing you're looking at is you get around to all of these different headstones. There's one that's very, very old, cracked down the middle, almost impossible to read. It's at the way farthest back of the cemetery. Really beautiful spot, like right by the river, where it's just sort of gliding by gently in the background. All the way to the newest looking stones, which are up towards the front, where you can still read most of the names. It's all covered in snow, so you can't really tell age of things that way. But this is fairly active cemetery for a number of years.
And no bodies anywhere that we need to
No
avoid.
bodies in the cemetery.
I look back at everyone. Apparently, Irony is not dead.
I guess they all are out in the town because they crawled out of these or something.
I mean,
I don't know if this is creepier though. It's creepier that we don't see any here, don't you think?
Is the ground
I mean, all of this is creepy.
does it look like things have climbed out of
The snow is
graves?
undisturbed. The
Nothing's
only footprints are your own.
Okay. On that cracked very old
Mhm.
stone, is there anything I mean, like looking at the crack in the stone, is there anything wedged in it, or is there anything? Can we make out anything in the writing? I know it's pretty.
You can make
pretty
out
worn
nothing in the
down.
writing. It's cracked. The other half of it has fallen down on the ground. The only thing that you notice is that off to one side, made out of stone, is like a little stone vase that's attached to it, where normally, someone would come and leave flowers. This is empty. It's just got a few dried leaves in it. However, Fairuza, you see beautiful, fresh blooms within that vase.
She sort of looks around at this dilapidated cemetery and looks at the others to see if they notice. You guys! And she's gonna run over and pick up this little bouquet and turn to you guys with this excited look on her face. And if you look close up, you can almost see a tear.
You all see her holding sticks and leaves.
You guys, this is a sign. You know why
You're doing
A
the
sign everything's
dowsing
dead.
rod. You're looking for water there.
No, listen. She comes, Maeve, this is a sign. She shoves the sticks like in your face. She's like, this is a sign. Listen.
Sticks? What are you doing?
No, this is a posy. My middle name is Josephine. My father used to call me Posy.
The
A
hell
posy
are
of
you
flowers,
talking
get
about?
it? Oh, this is definitely, we were definitely supposed to be here.
That's a lovely.
Well,
That's
I
a
knew
very
one of
lovely.
us would crack at some point.
What?
Neb is gonna walk up to you and very gently, like, take hold of one of the sticks, not pull it out of your hands, but like take hold and say, "That's a lovely story. Were these?" And she's gonna like rub the stick in her hand, and very, very slowly, the stick is going to turn into a posy as she almost like pulls it out a little bit and just stares at it in her hands as it turns green and a flower blooms at the top of it. I guess it was a posy.
This is the best, like, this is actually the sign that I think I needed to keep going. Dad, I know you're looking out for us here. Right. Okay, you guys, we should definitely keep going. However, I want to find the shard as much as anybody else here, but let me tell you something. Digging up graves is where I draw the line.
No. I'm with you
Nobody
there.
wants to dig up a grave. I don't know where that came from.
And
Just
I'm gonna
in general,
hand.
and we're gonna look for something. If we're gonna look in this place, but
Oh yeah, I'm sure that the masochist put the shard in the grave somewhere. That makes a lot of sense, actually.
Well, if that happens, then we'll let you sit that one out. But it should be okay. And I'll put the posy back in with your bundle of sticks and say, well,
and she's gonna like,
one
she's gonna
now.
secure it, like happily.
Do you want to put them back where they came from in the falls over there? It's.
Oh no, Maeve, don't you see? We're in this decrepit place with these zombies, and out of nowhere, a posy, a beautiful tiny bouquet of flowers appears. Don't you think that's some sort of a message? from my
Hey,
parents?
listen, because we're not talking about this plainly right now. I just want to make sure that I'm not the one losing it. Like, that was not a
Losing?
posy until Neb touched it. I mean, everybody saw that, right?
No, you just had a bundle of sticks, but I figured something about it just made me want to.
I mean, yeah,
examine
that was really magical, very, very neat. But
Well, what are you talking? This is a bundle of sticks, and she's gonna procure it to you guys and show it. You're like, hello.
To you, Fairuza, it is the most obvious thing in the world. These are beautiful, beautiful flowers, and the only thing puzzling to you is how do they exist and thrive, and how are they so fresh and lovely in this remote, strange place?
Fairuza, I don't know what you're seeing. Maybe it's because if this is meant for you, maybe you're seeing something else. But all I'm seeing until I made the one was just some sticks.
I'm holding a bundle of sticks. That's what the four of you. How many are standing here? This is what the four of you were telling me. That this is a bundle of sticks.
And one posy.
That was formerly a stick.
That was formerly a stick.
But I can see them and I can smell them. I'm not going to taste them, but I can.
you ate the flower?
Them.
Oh, it's worse than I thought.
Nasturtium. You can eat nasturtium, but this isn't nasturtium.
No.
What?
This is
What
flower.
word are you
Sticks.
even
This
saying?
is sticks.
I'm going to look around. Are there places for flower pots next to other graves, or just this one?
Just this one.
That was really fun. I want to try that again. And Neb is going to rub her hands together and walk up to where that vase is. And she's going to think about those posies and what Fairuza is seeing and what she did with the one stick. And as she rubs her hands together, another one just appears, and she's going to put it into the vase. She's like, all right, I didn't know I could do this. So this is fun. And then posy, posy. And she's just going to keep putting posies into the
flower
vase.
power.
That's so cute.
And then like halfway through is going to be like, let me try tulip. And she's just going to keep making flowers.
Hey, do you think you can just make any mirror shards?
No.
Yeah, I couldn't.
Fairuza, what does it mean to you that Neb is creating posies?
I mean, first she's really concerned with the fact that her friends don't see this like little bouquet of flowers that, you know, I mean, the fact that it's a posy and the fact that that's sort of like a nickname, Josephine. It's like she's sort of in her head. but she's seeing Neb like trying to make it better by creating flowers, but she's a little like she's just concerned.
Okay.
She's not upset that Neb is making flowers because she sees what Neb is trying to do, but
Yeah.
at the same time she's gonna like, I mean, while Neb is bouncing around making flowers, Fairuza's gonna like scoot over and like tap Robin on the shoulder. Robin, can I ask you a question? I want you to answer me honestly.
Of course, dear.
What do you see when I hand this out to you? No joking, no lying. What do you see?
Let me answer that through the lens of my Polaroid. And I'm going to step back and I'm going to take a picture of Fairuza with the sticks.
Oh, that's awesome.
And I let it develop.
Fairuza, as you look at the photograph, you're merely holding sticks.
This, and you guys just see Fairuza's face, like just read, and you've never seen this much confusion in her face. You know, she's looking at the sticks that look like flowers and looking at the picture.
The bouquet that you're holding begins to wilt, blackening, turning into sludge and slime within your hands, crawling, sliding down your fingers, dripping onto the ground below you.
And she's just literally gonna go and drop everything and run.
Where do you run,
away.
Fairuza?
Direction. She's gonna go what's it? And literally just take off through, like, if we're are we at the entrance to the cemetery, or
You guys are at the back. You're way at the back by the river.
we're by the river. She just wants, like, she's completely overtaken by, like, she's sad about what just happened. She feels, there's a part of her that feels like everyone's making fun of her or laughing at her. And she's distressed by the fact that this thing just disappeared. She doesn't believe anything anymore. She's like, something is happening. And she's like, starts screaming and she's crying. And I want her to run. Like, she's not really thinking, so she sort of just takes off.
Do you
down
want,
the river,
wait,
maybe?
we can roll a dice and find out.
Okay. Yeah,
You want to do that?
That would work.
All right. I'm going to call that east. All right. Yeah, you take off into the woods.
Fairuza?
You sprint across the river, which is fairly shallow here, just off into the woods. You don't have to go very far, but you just get some space from where this is. As you do, and the tears start streaming down your face, every single one pierces. It feels like glass is pouring out of your eyes as you run off into the woods.
Do we follow?
I don't know. What is this now? Like, I thought we were here for a mirror shard. Like,
Well,
what's with all these delays?
Delays. This is Fairuza and Neb.
Yeah, I mean,
Neb,
like,
you're
she
gonna
needs
follow?
to pull her act together.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Fairuza, as you're standing just on the other side of this water, kind of in the trees, trying to feel at peace with this painful tears coming down your face. Neb, you run up behind her, again, having run across the shallow of this river. What would you like to do?
Hey, Fairuza, are you okay?
Fairuza's like on her knees, sort of doing, you see her doing like this to her face, and her glasses are falling to the ground, and she's like, Neb, there's something coming out of my eyes. I can't see. And then she's gonna look up at you, and her eyes are dark blue. And she's just gonna stop. Oh, he used to sing to me, that old song. What was it again? Ring around the rosies, pocket full of posies. No, he didn't sing that. Not my eyes. And she's just screaming, and like these like she's sort of scratching at her face.
Fairuza, as you scratch at your face, you bring your fingers away, and they're covered in blood.
Do I see that?
You do not.
What is happening?
I'm gonna kneel down in front of her and like put my hands on the side of her face and go,
No, don't
I
touch
don't-
me.
"Oh, Sorry. I don't know what's going on, but what your eyes are dark. What do you need?
Neb,
Yeah.
why are you looking at me like that? Don't look
Because-
at me like that. Don't look at me.
But I'm worried about you.
Silas has started to walk up slowly, and
Okay.
whenever he gets there at any point here, he's just going to say, "We're looking at you like that because daylight is wasting and we have a job to
Why are
do."
you making the faces at me, though?
Because I'm frustrated.
Silas, Fairuza, I want you to be okay, and you're obviously not. And I don't know what to do to help. That's the face I'm trying to make. If I'm making another face, then I'm failing at faces.
My eyes hurt. I don't know.
Neb, would you like to make an insight check into what Fairuza needs?
I would love to, because Neb is lost.
ahead.
I have a +5. I'd love you to roll that.
Okay. Well, we're gonna tell Fairuza, or we're gonna tell Alicia, and Alicia's gonna let you know. With a +5 is a 16. Fairuza, what does Neb sense about what you need?
Okay, you see her like sort of prying at her eyes, and since you wrote such a good insight, you seem to remember that every time Fairuza goes through something, she sort of moves to rub her eyes. She's always focused. She's always whenever you've seen, because you've seen her since the beginning when she first started spouting nonsense, and every time she did,
Oh no.
She disappeared. She just left.
Oh,
Left us hanging and
no.
wondering. Oh,
She's so good at leaving at the right time.
Well,
She is.
well,
She
good.
really
Can we get on with it now?
Oh, while
Silas.
they're off in
Yes.
the woods,
Yes.
I want to turn to Robin and say, "Something's wrong
second.
with Silas."
Oh,
Okay.
yes. I noticed right away there was something wrong with Silas.
The hat?
He's- Well, not just that. He's impatient and he's rude. And I mean, it's more than usual. So we need to do something.
Okay.
What
We're gonna hop
happened
back.
there?
Sorry to hop real quick back to Alicia. So you were in the middle
I
of your
know,
extraordinary.
I
But yes,
don't
you were
get
saying that
it.
you notice that every time this happens that you are rubbing at your eye.
Yeah, she's always going for her eyes, which is, and you notice the color of her eyes, but you also
Mhm.
notice that she's been a little off, but she is sort of favoring her eye.
Fairuza, do you have something in your eye? Maybe something's irritated your eye. And Neb is going to take off her gloves and grab some snow and just warm it up in her hands so that it starts to drip, and say, "Do you want to? Maybe you got something in your eye, and that's what's going on. At least you just keep rubbing at your eyes."
I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know what I'm talking about either. I just want to help, and you just keep rubbing at your eyes. They seem irritated. You were talking just now about how it hurts.
What do you want me to do?
So what? Can I magically heal you or something?
I
I don't
seem
know.
to remember
are
in
you hurt?
I seem to remember in science class when you get something in your eye and they have those little eye washing stations that you're supposed to put your eye. I don't have one of those, but
Well, we
she'll
got a
hold up
river right
her
there.
hand where it's dripping water.
Okay.
Can't hurt, right?
Okay.
So
Public
along
service
with that
announcement,
insight,
please do
this-
not melt snow and splash it in your eyes.
as you
Didn't do
take
very
in
well
this
in science
knowledge-
class.
As you take in this knowledge that she has been playing at her eyes, there's also just this, what you've already, I think, noticed just in your own observations, a loneliness and an emptiness to Fairuza that you're not used to. And as Fairuza allows you to come closer to her face, with this water, you just get the sense that she needs comfort.
I'm still holding up bunches of snow,
Yeah.
melting it in one hand, and I'll reach down as though to grab some more snow, but come back up with a posy in my other hand.
I saw what you did with that Posey before. You made it turn into like this creature or slimy thing that crawled down my arm. You did that. Didn't you? No.
If I did, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do that. I was just, you were so happy with the flowers. I thought maybe you'd like another flower.
I'm sorry. Okay. Oh, and Fairuza's gonna reach out and take the flower from Neb. Thank you.
Yeah. Do you want to try? You said your eyes hurt. Do you want to try? Maybe there's something in there. It's been bugging you. I mean, I know if I had something that was bugging me, I'd get upset.
And Fairuza's she's looking at Neb like suspiciously, like never before. Just like, what are you talking about? Who are you? Sort of look on her face, and she's gonna lean in toward Neb, but like waiting for Neb to do something messed up so she can take her axe out and swing at her.
And I'll just stay very still, holding dripping water in my hand, letting you make the move, essentially.
So Silas,
Maeve,
and Robin, you're all watching this sort of standoff between the two. Go ahead, Adam.
I just wanted to ask, like, Silas is definitely watching, like, does he see that she's grabbing at her axe or anything?
I mean, Alicia or Fairuza, you have it in your hand?
Yeah, she's going to attack that.
Right.
Is something.
And Silas is definitely going to start moving closer, and I am going to attempt to, ready in action if Fairuza makes any kind of hostile movement towards Neb.
Okay.
And I just want to clarify something so I know where everybody
Yes.
is. I have Robin and Maeve still in the graveyard.
Yep.
And then Silas, Fairuza, and Neb are in the forest. Correct?
Yes. Probably about 50 feet away, just across the river.
Okay, I didn't realize we were that close. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Okay. And you notice, Fairuza's eyes are still, they're like, in fact, they're the bluest black, almost like jet blue, black, midnight blue at this point.
Neb, have you ever seen Old Yeller? Like, I mean, we got something weird going on here. You might want to take a few steps back.
Silas, I'm not moving away from my friend.
Well,
what are you talking about? Silas.
It's your funeral. I don't know. Like, why don't you put down the axe?
Or,
like I said, we need to get back to work here.
Or you hold on to the axe because that's yours. And if it's going to bring you comfort, that's fine.
What's going to bring me comfort is getting home and getting this damn shard and getting out of this stupid place.
Can Maeve and Robin kind of get an idea of what's going on over there at all from how far we are?
It's a weird standoff. So from where you are, you can see Fairuza standing, holding her axe at the ready, very tension all throughout her body. Neb is down looking up at her, holding up a fist of slowly, melting snow as her other hand holds this tiny little flower up as well towards Fairuza. But they both seem sort of locked in this moment as Silas is standing there, also a little bit tense, maybe shifting his weight, something like that, so you can tell that he's at the ready. It feels very much like any false move would send this in the wrong direction.
We need to do something. Maeve.
Hey, Fairuza?
Did you say something?
I love you, right?
You.
Yeah.
I tried to say you love me.
Yeah. Just like you said the other night before we went to bed.
Fairuza, make a wisdom saving throw.
I can get to my... Ooh, I'll do it over here.
Can Robin also ready in action? She's gonna make a move if that axe starts coming down. That is gonna be the spark of her move.
Great. Okay.
13.
A 13.
Mm-hmm.
There's a small crack, Fairuza, in the grip of this, whatever this is. the tiniest little crack. The last time you can remember being told that you were loved. That memory seeps back into your brain. But there's something trying to push it away within you. But there is a moment where it seems to clear. And even I'll offer Neb, you see her eyes go a little bit paler and then kind of cloud in around themselves again.
Yeah, last night, it's only been a couple days, but it was like we were talking about. It feels like you've all become family, right? And you said you loved me before you left, and it felt really nice. And so, yeah.
Yeah, I always had to wait on my family too.
I'm just locked with Fairuza, not paying attention to anything else. And you can see Neb's eyes are now starting to fill with tears because she has no idea why, but you seem like you're in so much pain and that something is wrong. And it's obvious that she's just has no idea why. And she just wants to help.
And Fairuza, seeing Neb's tears, she brings up her axe, like,
okay, 2 ready to actions. I'm ready.
and her hand is like shaking because she's convinced Neb has done something to her again.
Do you begin crying yourself?
What'd you say?
Do you begin to cry yourself?
Yes.
Another wisdom saving throw for me then.
What? 20! Wow.
Natural or just dirty? Yeah, either way.
Nice. Dirty 20.
It's right here. Neb.
It's posed. It's like inches away. You see both. I mean, everyone is like, freeze. As Neb, you're looking, the tears streaming down your cheek. Fairuza, as the tears begin to streak down yours, you feel the most incredible pain in that one eye. You take 5 piercing damage. But Neb, you quite literally see a speck of white dislodge with a tear as it streaks down her face, onto her chin, down her neck, and drip into the snow. Fairuza, you drop your axe as the tension ricochets through your body and you drop to your knees, your eyes returning.
And she's like, so in the dirt, we're over there. She's sort of like on one knee.
And I'll drop to my knees in front of you as well, but I'm still not touching you because you'd said no, so she's just there. You had something in your eye. I saw it. Did you see that?
Oh. Wait. Where are we right now? We're in the cemetery, right? Wait.
Well, we're in a forest right now because you just ran out of the cemetery.
Yeah.
Wait. And she's just going to stand up right then and go, wait a minute. Where? Oh, God, I'm all dirty. Where's my, what are you okay? You don't look okay.
Do you see any posies?
Posies.
You see the one that Neb is holding?
There's one right here. Do you want a posy, Silas?
No, absolutely
I'll make you one.
not.
I'll absolutely make you one if you want. I don't. Or another flower. I don't know. I'll make all the flowers.
You guys, we really should not be playing around in this.
Yeah, can we stop with the patty cake and get back to what we're supposed to be doing here?
All right.
Are Fairuza's eyes still dark?
Totally normal.
No, her eyes are normal. Yeah, she seems completely different than before. I think, Fairuza, there's probably an inkling for you that something pretty special happened here with Neb, but you don't have to like that, or you can choose how you feel about that. But there's a part of you that just kind of goes, oh, something happened here.
Yeah, she's sort of like like there's like a shudder, sort of like. the Fairuza in her is like, shut down the feelings, you know, shut down whatever feelings you have that you're feeling, just get back to work. That's the Fairuza in her that, you know, and she's sort of aware that, I think there's part of her that's also afraid to ask what happened. And she sort of looks at Neb and she's like, are you okay?
Are you okay? I'm just worried. Do you feel?
Everybody's
Remember what
okay.
Do you remember what
Everybody's
happened?
okay. Can we move on?
Do you remember what happened in the last couple of minutes?
If I'm honest, I feel a little like I haven't slept in a few weeks or days. I feel a little worn down for some reason. Yeah,
Okay.
I think yeah, that's how I feel.
Well,
Okay.
as long as you feel better, that's all I care about.
Nev wipes her own tears off of her cheeks,
Mm-hmm.
and you both get back to your feet.
Mm-hmm.
Silas starts to walk back to Maeve and Robin like
Okay.
first and
The
like
other one.
briskly. He's like, all right, I think it's over with. We can get back on with this.
I don't get up, but as they
Okay.
start to leave, I want to look down
Yes.
where whatever this was that came out of her face dropped, and do I see it?
You can give me a perception check. It is lots of snow.
I know. Let me give it a try. She's got to try. She's gonna get a 13, but
You're
she's
gonna
gonna
get 13. As you reach down, there's a small part of you that's hesitant to put your hands where this might be.
I don't think she'd be actually
Okay.
like digging. I think she's
Okay.
just hardcore looking for this thing.
No clue.
What
Not
did she
even
get
an
on the
indent
perception check?
where a 13. So not even a warm indent where the warm tears dropped into the
She does see almost like a gust of wind, but like a just quick, like it's almost like the snow got swept by something invisible.
Yeah. So as you're looking and trying to spot this thing, it becomes even more difficult as this gust of wind sort of moves the top layer of snow.
Maybe we should get out of here. Yeah, Neb?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
And I'm gonna put my gloves back on.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's go.
She's gonna stand up and help Neb up, and just out of nowhere, just give Neb this big hug. And she doesn't even know why she does it. She just gives Neb this huge like hug, and she's like, "Let's go back and join the others and get out of here."
And there's like the briefest of moments in where Neb freezes because she's been so careful about not touching you, and then she's just gripped onto you. Like, I'm so glad you're better. I don't know what happened. That was scary. I'm glad I'm glad.
And to Maeve and Robin, Silas like, yeah, I guess they're best friends now. So we're gonna go into this.
Silas is getting really impatient. Let's
Yeah.
join him back.
Okay.
Maybe we're back to the
Fancy.
train. You can tell me how I got in the middle of the forest here.
All right. If the three of you start to head up towards the house, Maeve and Robin, you're welcome to hang back and follow if there's more that you wanted to discuss.
Maybe if we punch him really hard in the shoulder.
Don't tempt me.
And I'll just
Wait, who are we talking about?
nothing, dear.
All right. Just walk on. So you are making your way to the largest house is the idea. All right. You get to it. It is still falling apart as all of these buildings are, but it is standing. There is a door at the back, very similar to the boarding house. There are some steps going up into the back of the house. There's an old, cellar door off to the side. This one is not locked. There's no, padlock on it. This basically an old Victorian gingerbread house. There are some, bodies in the alleyway next to it. In fact, this is where that horse-drawn carriage is, and there's, three people, two people in the carriage and one person sitting up top, at the reins.
Is there a horse?
There's not a horse, no.
Okay, all right. Okay.
That
I
would
had
be
to
fun.
ask.
I should have done that, but
I had to
I'm not
ask.
prepared.
The horse is inside sitting at the table going,
There you go.
I've seen some stuff. Yeah. Oh, jeez.
Well then, If you were a mirror shard hanging out in a rich person's house, where would you be?
Inside the grandfather clock.
That's one place to look if there is one. But also, I would say that there's got to be some kind of secret room in here because rich people love that stuff.
They do.
Because
Secret
I'm not going to
safe.
lie, I have 3 in my house. Back in our actual world.
Where do your secret passages go?
Well, to like stuff, like lots of shelves of collectibles. One of them leads to the comic vault. One of them
Ooh.
leads to the arena, which is where I have my basketball court, and then the other one leads into like the action figures, statuettes, all those kind of collectibles.
A secret passage to a basketball court is actually even better than a bowling alley, I have to admit. That's really cool.
I was worried he was going to say he had a secret passage to like a room of ill repute or something like that. But
No,
I'm proud of
no.
you, Silas.
Well, I mean, yeah, definitely nothing like that. I'm a fan of many things, not a fan of any of that. But I will say that with all of that, the thing is, we're never going to make it back there. So
What? What do you mean
yeah.
we're never going to make it back there, Silas?
Listen, this is like, I don't know if we're picking up on this or not, but this is a one-way trip. And I think that we're trying to recover these shards is just about us filling our time before we meet our inevitable demise.
Where did you
What
get
else is
that?
life? So make it count.
There you go.
Well,
I mean, let's get Nietzsche up in here.
it matters to Ivy, doesn't it?
Yeah, I mean, we might be able to save her, but I mean, honestly, even if that is going to work, because I don't think we've had this explicitly laid out anywhere. All I know is we need the shards because we've decided we need the shards. But if that does save her, then that is fantastic. But there are just so many possibilities that have to actually align. The stars have to align just perfectly.
So then why don't you just sit down and quit?
No, but because I'm bored. I'm bored with this conversation. Why are we not trying to find the shard right now?
Because we're talking?
Wait
I'm
a
just
minute.
saying, like, let's go. And Silas kind of
Okay.
starts to walk forward, however he can try to get inside the
Yep,
house.
that back door is right there.
Yep.
You get to it. It's not locked.
Step in.
Open in. It is indeed, like the other one, a kitchen at the back here. This one, there is an animatronic woman right by the stove. This is a much nicer house. This animatronic woman is dressed a little bit more like maybe staff of this home. And she, has like a frying pan and a spatula with a fake egg on it. And she's flipping the egg. And you immediately begin to hear just little strains of music and sound throughout this house as again the speakers in the corner begin to make noise.
Oh, here we go again.
Well, at least these rooms look a lot better than the general store in the last, house we went through. It's not as creepy for sure.
Well, so far there's no zombies, which helps.
Definitely. Is Silas acting weird to you guys?
Yes.
I'm standing right here.
Hi, Silas.
Wait, I'm confused because I thought you went into the house and we were still outside.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry. I thought Alicia went in because she was describing that it looked better in there.
Silas stepped into the kitchen. Alicia, Fairuza, did you follow
It's
him?
okay
Yeah,
if
I
she
thought
didn't.
we
Like,
followed behind.
Okay,
We're staying
well, that's
close
fine.
together.
We'll offer this. Silas, you stepped into the kitchen. Fairuza, you peeked your head in and then
Okay.
went back down the stairs to, if you were trying to be more secretive about that, we'll offer
Yeah.
that you took that extra
Yeah.
step. So Silas, you are alone in the house. The four of you are down at the bottom of these steps.
I
He's
would-
not far from you, 15 feet, if that.
I would say that Neb would have followed and
Okay.
then probably not come back.
Okay, so Neb is inside with Silas, Fairuza, Robin, and Maeve. You are having this conversation in the snow out the back.
I mean, let me ask you a question. I've been having these blackouts before, whatever. Did I miss something? Did Silas find something that says or some sort of foretelling that this is our one-way trip? Where did he get that?
Woke up on the wrong side of the bed, perhaps, but he is acting weird, right? This is not typical.
Yeah, it's not just me.
I think maybe we just focus on finding the shard, getting out of here, back to the train, maybe give him a shower, he'll feel better or something.
That's true.
Let's just keep moving forward.
Okay.
By the way,
You're right. Maybe
are
need
you
some food.
alright,
Yeah. What?
Fairuza? You
Yeah.
alright?
Yeah.
You sure? You're not gonna go running off again?
Maeve, I honestly, I'm sorry. I mean, I'm actually believing everything you guys said because the last thing I remember was being in the back of the cemetery, and I sort of ended up, so I assumed it's some sort of blackout and related to those blackout things that I was having. I'm hoping that whatever happened over there will be the end of it. I don't know.
All right.
But I believe you. I do know something that happened. I just don't know what. But I do feel good now. I mean, I actually feel rested now. I don't know why. You're giving me a weird look again.
Just
What?
a lot of people acting strange, frankly.
We're gonna have to have a talk when we get back to the train. I think we have to protect ourselves more against something in this place, or some things, or something. I don't know.
All right, Silas and Neb, you're in the kitchen. As they continue to talk out back, where would you guys like to go? What would you like to do?
Well, do you think Miss Robin's right that we should look for a grandfather clock? I was thinking bathrooms, but maybe that's too pedantic.
I mean, maybe we just ransack the entire place.
I'm okay with that. We should probably be a little careful in case we come across one of those zombies again, but yeah.
I mean, we've dispatched all of those so far.
Yeah, but you had to jump in front of me to take the brunt of one of them, and I'd like you to not have to do that again. Thank you for that, by the way. I'll start just kind of, we're here in the kitchen.
Carefully, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Neb is under the assumption there's not a zombie in the cupboard.
Uh-huh.
So
Gotcha.
as long as she's not
Zombie in
seeing
the cupboard.
active dead bodies or
Yes.
animatronics, she's going to start opening up just looking
Yeah,
for anything.
Start looking through things.
Yeah.
Everything here is very, very fake. A lot of false fronts, but it has been really nicely restored. In this space, the sound overhead is still mostly kind of kitchen noises and things like that. But you're getting the impression that this is very much just a diorama of a space, not a lot of original materials here beyond the furniture and the building itself. Looking through, again, there's a door going straight out towards the front of the house where there's the beautiful vestibule. You see a swinging door that you're fairly sure will head into a dining room of some kind. You see a pantry in very much the same location that was at the boarding house. Looking forward into the threshold, you do not see any figures.
I'll open up one of the cabinets that just has like nothing in it. This is false. And I'll look back at Silas and go, well, it might actually be pretty easy to look through this place, I guess. It's pretty empty.
That's what I'm thinking. And Silas kind of steps forward at this point. And is this a place with shelves and cabinets?
All kinds of things, yeah.
So Silas is going to essentially just as much as he can at one time, and he's just going to keep repeating it. He's going to just start slamming open any cabinets, like very, just as efficiently like he was literally ransacking a home, which he probably has done at least a few times in his past.
Yeah, pretty much everything's empty. You're seeing backs of cabinets. There are some things that have been, that are plastic or empty cartons and things that have been placed as decoration around this space. But this is a very facade kind of a room right here. This kitchen.
The first time you do that, Neb ducks. But then kind of getting into the spirit of it and knowing what you're doing, she's now into it. And finally she's going to say, this seems like one of the rooms that people would just walk through. Maybe we need to find a room that wasn't on the public tour.
Yeah, this ain't it. Like I
Okay.
said, it's probably a secret room somewhere. And Silas is looking for candlesticks, sconces,
Okay.
anything on the wall. And he's,
Okay.
he's just going to telekinetically, he's just going to walk by calmly and like start telekinetically trying to twist things.
Cool. Are the rest of you
Maeve's
joining?
gonna follow.
Yeah.
Head in and go. Might we never have him over?
Actually, I don't know.
Make
This is
that much
kind
of a difference. So
this is kind of fun.
So as you all come in through the back and start to see, again, like a ghost has been here, and you turn away and suddenly, all the cabinets, it's very Sixth Sense. All the cabinets are open. As Silas, you begin to sort of moving towards the front of the house into the vestibule.
Yes.
As you move into that vestibule and you get up towards the front, there are some books, but as you pull them off the shelves, they're false fronts. So it's literally like these are open cardboard things that just look like books on the side. The sconces, if they twist, they don't seem to do anything. As you move forward towards the front of the house and look to the right, you see a lovely parlor and sitting room where two figures stand, a man and a woman. They're in very, fancy 19th century dress. She is sort of standing there, sort of looking out the window very pleasantly, while he sits to the side and kind of, looks over his kingdom out the window. And as you get there, the loudspeakers begin to blare once again.
And
Mayor Hawkins, are you going to go first?
Oh, well, no, Silas, just as soon as he sees that, Silas is going to like throw his hand up like that.
Okay.
And then he does a number 2 and he points to the parlor. And it's like he has no idea that nobody knows what any of that stuff means, but he is accurately signaling as one would out in the field.
Maeve actually might.
Maeve might.
Absolutely, yeah. So
Meanwhile,
offer that out there.
Yes.
Neb will look over at Robin and say, you said you were a sign language interpreter. What did that mean?
I saw rock, paper, scissors.
Oh, okay. I don't know why we'd be playing that now. Okay.
Meanwhile, over the loudspeakers, you hear, Mayor Hawkins had this house built when the mine was a thriving enterprise. But after the business went belly up, it remained empty until Julian Corbin, the steel magnate, moved in with his lovely young bride. Little is known about the goings-on during this time in the Hawkins house, except that the lovebirds also abandoned the home in time, possibly due to a devastating fire that seemed to have charred the master bedroom to a crisp. Decades later, the Northern Heritage Line and the museum took ownership of the property. Much has been done to preserve the historical nature of the home. Unfortunately, the fire damage to the master bedroom was too severe. If you would like to make a donation towards its restoration, please speak to your conductor, or you can send a check or money order to the Northland Heritage Preservation Society at 46 Weiler Lane, Gravelhurst. Mayor Hawkins had this house built when the mine was, and it continues to repeat on a
Silas again is trying to find, like, he is looking now for like wiring or anything that he can just try to like make it stop.
You were able to make it stop. It screeches. Terrible static as you finally, pull the wires out from the back of the loudspeakers. The animatronics in this room that were just sort of, fairly still, but any of their movement also comes to a stop with that.
I want to give those animatronics a good look.
Yeah, come on over. Give me an investigation.
I want to take a look at what these folks look like.
Yeah.
16.
16. So based on their dress and hairstyles, you're pretty sure this is like mid 19th century, not early 20th. So this is probably,
Mayor
Stephen
Hawkins,
Mayor Hawkins and his wife, or whoever lived here with him, not Julian necessarily. They are pretty rudimentary. They look really good from a distance, but the closer you get, the more you realize that they probably both have the same face. They just put a beard on him and some lipstick on her. It's a pretty rinky dink operation here. But the clothing looks authentic to you. Okay. As you're looking at it, it looks like it either might be the real thing or at least a really excellent replica.
Okay. And have we, now that we've seen a couple of the zombies up close, what era clothing were they wearing?
So the woman, the zombie that you fought at the boarding house, she looked like these guys. But as you think back on it now, the one in the general store seemed a bit more modern to you, more turn of the century. that gentleman.
So, I don't know about any of you, but there was a room on the train that was destroyed by fire that is the one that we need to get into. And now there's a room in this house
We
that
need
was
to get to
destroyed.
that master bedroom for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah, I think that's...
Yeah,
Where
that
we
finished what she
go?
was saying. There,
No,
Silas.
that's basically what I was
It's a waste
saying.
of
I think
Like, we already knew what she was saying.
So is that in this house or in the? I'm confused. Are we in the mayor's house or Julia's house?
both. Both. It sounded like this was the mayor's house, and
Mhm.
then Julian Corbin and his bride
Right.
came here, and then there was the
Oh.
fire. Yeah.
All
so
right, to the master
right.
bedroom.
Let's do it.
And Robin's gonna start climbing the stairs.
All right,
She's
as you begin
excited.
to walk up the stairs, you come into the sort of hallway at the top of the stairs, and it is really clear. Down at the other side of this hallway, you see charred trim and molding work around a door that is just blackened with soot and burn. There is tape and iron bars across this doorway with a big sign that says, "Do not enter, unstable." However, standing stock still in the center of the room is a man.
I know I'm not a
Look animatronic or
Robin's up there. Robin, would you like to make an investigation check?
Yes.
Oh my God.
Peeking in just quietly. Just
Mhm.
gonna
From where you
Invest-
are.
it's a 18.
An 18. Even from this distance, you can see that some of the flesh off the hand is gone, and you're seeing bone. Some of the hair on its head is hanging limply, falling off. You can even see some of it on the ground at its feet. It is absolutely still, but this does not feel fake to you.
Robin immediately just does the same thing that Silas did.
I'm actually say it's holding a candlestick in one hand. It
Oh,
stands there at the
shoot.
ready, holding a candlestick.
Yeah,
rock,
she's
paper,
just-
scissors. What?
so we got one of them up there, and Silas is definitely like
She just said
he is
there were
trying to
two
make
in
it to
there.
master bedroom as well, like wherever that route is.
The master bedroom is directly across down the hall past this thing.
Past this thing.
Yes,
Yeah.
this thing is
Is
standing in
there
the
any-
middle of the hall. Mhm.
Yeah. Oh, in the middle of the hall.
There's a
This is
hallway.
not in a room. Okay.
No, so she's just got to the top of the stairs, looked down the hallway with all the doors on it. It's very clear that at the far end of the hall is this burnt up, charred up room, and in the hallway between you and it is
How wide is
Okay, I
the
thought it was
hallway?
in the room
Ooh,
too.
it's like a 4 or 5 foot wide
Okay.
hallway.
yeah, Robin's just gonna turn to Silas.
Not in the room, sorry, in the hallway.
Okay.
What should we do? Do we just? What do you do?
I mean, we just kill it and get it out of the way. Like the master bedroom's where we need to get to.
At least we see it, so we can do it from a distance.
We're not close. Is it moving at all? I know it has the
No,
candlestick.
it's stuck still.
But
Is
we
a
have...
zombie like the others we've seen? or
Silas
it
is
something
going to
different?
telekinetic. Now, how far away are we from this thing at this point, Robin and Silas?
10 feet.
Okay. Silas is going to say, "Hey, let's back up just a little bit."
You go back
Miss
down
Robin.
the stairs.
And-
It's on
and
a
then-
turn, so as you're going
yeah,
down
that's
the
fine.
stairs, you come out of
Silas
sight
is
of
just going to peek around the corner, and he's going to
Uh-huh.
telekinetically move the candlestick and see what happens.
As you move the candlestick telekinetically, its other hand comes up and grabs it as it kind of wrestles the candlestick back within its body, biting down on the wax. You can see the whole thing break in two as it drops to the ground, as it then realizes and goes back to its
Well,
position.
it just ate a candle, so definitely if we come up to it, it's going to do exactly what the other ones have done. So if we're getting to that master bedroom, we're either going to have to throw it. Wait, is there a balcony where we are?
A balcony?
Like, I guess what I'm saying, like, it's not, the hallway is not open to.
No, it is not.
Okay. All right. So
We know
yeah,
what we
I
have
mean,
to do.
we have to kill it.
Okay, somebody hand me something.
What? Do you really
Like
feel in
what?
the mood for another zombie fight, Robin?
Yes, I'm very ready.
At
And
least
we have
this
to
one...
find the shard.
Yeah, and at least this one, we can start far away and we can just keep retreating from it, right? Like, yeah.
True.
Okay, Robin is gonna reach into her bag.
Mm-hmm.
She's gonna pull out bug spray. I knew this would come in handy. And she's just gonna chuck it, just like catapult it right at this guy.
Fantastic. Give me a range attack, please.
This will be actually a spell.
Oh, even better.
It needs to make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, what they're they're terrible. Really, not only is he terrible at it, he also rolled awfully. What happens?
The
This
thing
poor
is going to
gentleman.
explode. What did I throw? A bug spray. I threw bug spray. It's just
The
gonna
bug spray
explode.
explodes.
And it's what is this damage? It's a bludgeoning damage, 15 points.
15 bludgeoning. Fantastic. All right. So as this thing comes near its face, as it's right in front of it, you can see its face go like it's gonna bite the bug spray. As the bug spray explodes in front of its face, sending shards of metal and plastic into this creature's body, that just kind of knocks it back a little bit. However, as it does, you see it sort of fix on where it came from as it begins to stumble forward. Let's roll initiative.
Here we go again.
Goodness gracious.
Oh no.
Okay.
Okay, here we go. La la la. Where was that? There. Okay. All right. Let's start with Maeve.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20 for Maeve. And Neb.
17.
17 for Neb. And Fairuza.
18.
18 for Fairuza. And Silas.
21.
21 for Silas. And finally, Robin.
That's all I had, you guys. 5. You're up. You're up now.
That's all.
All
folks.
right. Silas.
Silas seeing what Miss Robin very brazenly did.
Yes.
And there's this like swell of momentary pride that wells up inside of him. And you see that he steps forward and you see that his eyes, both of his eyes start to glow red.
Mm-hmm.
And then he under his breath again, you just hear embrace anti-life and live perhaps. And as he does, you see that like these two beams, like kind of small beams of light come out of his eye, and they start like at like right angles, like zigzagging
Yes.
toward the creature, and
Uh-huh.
Hopefully slams into it.
Hopefully.
Hopefully.
Light.
That's a 16.
Yeah.
Okay. And that does 9 force damage.
All right, 9 force damage. Okay. Anything else, Silas?
And as a bonus action, he is going to turn to Miss Robin at this point also, and he just says, "Anti-life will stop anything." And you get a bardic inspiration.
All right, Maeve.
No. Just no.
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 Just as usual.
As
Nope,
usual.
nope,
I
nope.
know it's not a particularly
Nope.
I promise there are things that I will do other times, but right now, no. Just no.
Okay.
We're there
Keep
with
peeling
you.
flesh. Teeth that bite wax candles. No. Dirty 20.
Dirty 20 will hit.
Sweet. 13.
13.
damage.
Woo,
Nice.
13 force damage. Yeah. Again, this how are you flavoring this one?
We are it's almost like a gust of it's almost like a thunder when you're in a house and or you feel a plane fly over and you feel that impact to the air.
So
Yeah.
as this boom, 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 kind of, goes through, almost like when you open only one car window in the car. And
And
the whole car-
the imbalance in the ear pressure.
the pictures on the walls rattle a little bit as this whole thing kind of, you see like even like the flesh on his cheeks kind of roll with it as he sort of is pummeled with this force in front of him. Anything else, Maeve?
Was the candlestick in a holder?
It was.
Did that roll towards us? Did it roll?
He's still holding it.
He's still holding it. Okay, never
He
mind.
bit the candle. The candle bits, but he's still holding the holder.
It's his favorite chew toy.
Oh yeah.
I would like to, sort of towards the front of the group, take a piece of string and just tie it from the thing across. Just basic, like really rudimentary trip trap.
Okay.
Just in case. And also stay behind the line if we can help it.
All right. Sleight of hand with your bonus action-y stuff, because you can do that. No,
I cannot.
okay. You cannot.
I cannot and I cannot.
Oh, you cannot and cannot. You go up to attempt to do this, but it's trying to get string out of your bag and get to the banister. It's like, it's just a little too much.
Stay behind that post then.
Fairuza.
That's hilarious. Is there a door anywhere nearby?
Not on your side of the fight, no.
I need to learn a spell that's summon door immediately.
Okay.
For Fairuza.
What I want to do is I kind of want to because she has she discovered that she has the thaumaturgy spell. I want to make a door spontaneously open and slam into him.
Okay.
And I just can't picture a hallway with doors in the hallway.
There's all the doors. So you want a door right next to him to kind of come out and just smack him up from behind. That's the plan?
Yes.
Right. With thaumaturgy, you can just do it. Let's just see how strongly it can do it.
Oh no.
I mean, it's not your strength. It's a spell. I mean, do you have a spell casting modifier? For that?
Yes, this is weird because I've never actually cast a spell before.
Yeah.
This particular class. So, let's see what it would be.
Would it be your charisma?
Yeah. Oh, okay. Well, I think I cast it with wisdom then.
With wisdom? Okay, that's fine. So would you give me just a d20 plus your wisdom modifier?
12 plus 0.
A 12? Unfortunately misses. So you're able to do it. You open this door and it slams into the back of him, but it's just not quite with the force that you're hoping to do to really cause any kind of damage. It just kind of he rocks forward a little bit and rocks back onto his heels. Is there anything else you'd like to do, Fairuza? Every time.
She would like to disappear.
I guess not. Because we're at the end here.
Misty
step.
Fantastic.
Yep. Gone.
We'll see if we can retcon her a little bit back in, but we'll keep going here. Neb. Oh, wait. Fairuza. Okay, yes. Alicia's
Welcome back.
Yeah, nope.
Anything else? You're done. All right, Neb. You're up next, Neb.
How far away is this from
10 feet from the people in front, so maybe 15 for you, because they're on a staircase, so it's a little hard to get in there.
Okay.
Unless you want to muscle your way to the front.
Nah, I'm gonna try to. Neb really does not want to be near this thing when it explodes, and so she's gonna try again. She's just gonna kind of push her head up past everybody and give Maeve a smile as she goes, "No!" And I need it to make a Constitution saving throw. DC 13.
I love it.
No is a complete sentence.
That's really good though for me. 21.
Oh, that's
Sorry.
saves. So it's just gonna take 2 thunder damage.
All right.
Keep
And then I'll-
practicing that no, okay? Keep practicing.
Just keep practicing.
I'll look back at Maeve and go, I just don't have the force that you have, apparently. Ugh.
Just think about being on the subway and some random person just is making trouble for you. That's what I do.
That's usually when I run, but I'll keep that in mind. And that's
All right. Anything else, Neb?
No, that's all.
All right. It staggers forward, the candlestick in its hand. Silas and Robin, I think you guys are up front. I think it's gonna. Silas, you went for it more recently and did worse to it. So I think its attention is more sort of focused on you. So it is gonna again haltingly almost bum rush forward like a linebacker and just try to knock into you as best as it can. 15?
As it does this, going to use a reaction.
Okay.
And you say, like, how is it attacking exactly again?
Like a linebacker, like literally, like it's going to try to shoulder
spear
check
me,
you.
tackle me.
Yeah.
And so, so as it is doing that, you see it just slams into a kind of shimmering telekinetic wall just before it gets there as Silas casts a spell.
Amazing. Bangs into it and just keeps trying to bang into this thing, unable to get past it towards you. That's it, Robin. You are behind this shimmering sphere that's right next to you and Silas between, but you just see this thing like inches from Silas's face, boom, boom, trying to get at him.
Creepy.
Is it like a wall? Can I go through it or around?
You can,
absolutely.
Yeah.
This is personal.
Yeah.
It's just shielding me.
Yeah.
Okay. Robin is. I'm guessing that the air is so dry, and she's just gonna rub her hands together and just go. A little shock to it. It doesn't have to touch. It's more like a connection to get close enough and the electricity.
Like those balls that make your hair go.
It's like
Okay,
when you're 10 years old and you're like in New York and it's super dry.
Yes.
You put on your socks and you just scoot around.
Yeah. Yep. Robin just takes her feet out of her boots and rubs her socks against the old rug.
Okay, so it needs to make a strength saving throw.
Strength saving throw. That's pretty good. 15.
Okay, so that passes. Which
Okay.
means it still takes the damage.
Still takes it.
All right,
Okay.
okay. But it will not be moved.
Okay.
8 points of lightning damage.
Wow.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
So, as this little goes across, and Silas, you're there watching it again, like boom, 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 as it's trying to get through to you, and Robin just goes, and this little lightning bolt comes through, and you see it enter its eyes, and because its skin is like waxy and dying, anyways, you can see the whole skeleton beneath, kind of as it right in front of you.
I had a bonus action. Do I get that bonus action or not?
Yes. What would you like to do with your bonus action?
Maybe as that's happening or right
Yes.
before it happens.
Yes.
She disappears again.
Okay.
A little puff of mist.
You have a shield going, my friend, Silas. So I think you're okay as well, as this thing, and again, you just get showered with little bits of, dust and icy, glassy particles in front of you that just falls down in a neat line at the bottom of this shield that you've created for yourself.
And any of the remaining bits, Silas lowers the shield and then kind of steps through and kicks it aside.
Okay.
And just kind of mutters, "Unlike you, the Omega doesn't miss," and he keeps he keeps walking toward the master bedroom.
All right.
Where does Robin appear?
Yes.
I mean,
Where
yeah,
are you,
if
Robin?
you allow me to do that bonus action. Then,
Absolutely. I'm allowing
Okay.
you to do it. Go for
Okay,
it.
then right next to the door, probably right
All right.
before Silas gets there, and we'll.
So Robin disappears as the thing explodes against Silas's shield, appears by the door as Silas begins to walk forward, muttering strange sayings to himself as he walks through and approaches Robin at the end of the hallway. You stand in front of, as I said, an absolutely charred, blackened door in front of you. All of the woodwork around it's split and ashen. Even the carpet or the rug at the front is singed here, and these heavy iron bars, 3 of them go across as a big sign there says, "Do not enter, unstable."
The iron bars, are they?
And Maeve takes out the pen again and writes personalities.
The 3 that go across, are they anchored into the door frame or into the wall?
Into the wall beyond. They look quite secure to you. Not magically impenetrably so, but like they're really trying to keep people safe.
Okay, but this is a normal sized door, and there's just
It's a
these 3
normal
bars.
size door. Just these 3 bars. They're just horizontal, 3 horizontal bars. One at about waist, one at about head, another at about knee.
Is this the kind of thing that I could just, if we had the door open, like duck through?
You could, yes.
Okay. Well, how do we get the door open?
Well, perhaps Fairuza can help us. She apparently has a thing for doors.
You are really good at doors.
Silas, it's new. It's a new thing. I
Hey.
realized it's. But I mean, I will.
You are the
stop
master
with
of
the
doors.
By the way, Silas, when did you get death lasers out of your eyes?
Just whatever this magic is that I have now, it's whatever I'm thinking about at the time seems like what comes out of me. So,
Oh,
Well,
That's
that's
interesting.
reassuring.
I mean,
Think
we're
good
all
thoughts. Just keep thinking good thoughts.
or think bad thoughts towards the zombies. I'm kind of into the death lasers toward
Yeah.
the zombies. Yeah. Fairuza, can you do your magic on the door?
Sure. Happy to comply. Fairuza is going to,
Oh my god.
and the door is gonna boom swing right open.
Okay. As you do, yes, this falling apart door swings with such force. You just destroy doors that as it hits the other side of the room, it just splinters, cracks in a number of places. Basically an unusable door now. I mean, it stayed in one piece, but it's, this door is never shutting again. As you look beyond into the darkness, it's filled with dust, and you can still smell the burn, the ember, the char, and it reminds you, especially Silas, of the scent of burning that you've been getting on the train as you've been exploring and having these hauntings, for lack of a better word. Peering into that darkness, you can see that every inch of this room is covered in charred blackness. The bed, all of the curtains and linens and everything have just been completely disintegrated. They do no longer exist. The wooden bed almost is petrified with the level of heat that must have been in this room. The windows, now exposed because there's no curtains, covered in soot, to the point where you can barely see any light coming in, even though, as Robin reminded you, it is starting to get dark outside. As you are looking into this space, we actually are going to end it here, I think.
You are evil.
I thought you were going to say that there were towels there.
Of course, there's
But
towels.
the most burnt towel.
The most
towels.
burnt towels you've ever seen.
Charred towels.
We only have like 3 minutes. So as you look into this deep, dark, charred space, we will say goodnight for the evening and come back next week. Thank you all.
Last episode of the year.
Last episode of the year.
Yeah.
No.
Thank you all for being here to play with me with Children of Éarte. I appreciate it so much. I adore you all. And please
We adore you.
remember that life itself is the most wonderful fairy tale. Good night, everybody.